We will explain how even beginners can take beautiful night shots. Recommended for these people: those who are troubled by the fact that night scenes always end up blurry and they can't take good photos. Those who want to take beautiful night scene photos without a tripod. Those who want to leave a more atmospheric night scene photo. Have you ever tried taking photos of night scenes, only to find that the images came out blurry? In this article, we'll introduce some easy-to-understand tips for taking night scene photos that even beginners can put into practice right away. I have also explained this content on my blog, so if you would like to take a closer look, I have included the URL of the blog in the description, so please check it out. Use a tripod to prevent blurring when taking night shots. To take beautiful photos of night scenes, you use a method called long exposure, which means opening the shutter for several seconds or more. If the camera moves even a little during that time, the night scene will be blurred, ruining your precious photo. That's when a tripod comes in handy. It holds the camera firmly in place, so you can take clear, blur-free photos of the night scene. Tripods are also easy to buy on Amazon for just a few thousand yen. They are easy for even beginners to pick up, and there are many lightweight, compact models that are easy to carry around. Furthermore, tripods are useful not only for night scenes. Starry sky photography, selfie group photos, time-lapse videos, landscape photography where you want to reduce blur. It can be used in a variety of situations. I have attached a good value tripod sold on Amazon in the description, so please take a look if you are interested. Twilight time for beautiful night views. If you have time, we recommend shooting at dusk. Dusk occurs about 30 minutes after the sun sets. Which is more beautiful, when the sun has completely gone down or when it's twilight? The sky at twilight time has a more beautiful gradation. If you have the time and would prefer the twilight time, we recommend trying to take the photo about 30 minutes after sunset. Taking night shots in M mode. M mode is a mode in which you can adjust all of the camera's exposure settings, f-stop, shutter speed, and ISO sensitivity yourself. Unlike auto mode or a mode aperture priority, M mode is characterized by the fact that you can control the shooting entirely by your own sense, rather than leaving it up to the camera. Turn the dial to M. Benefits and precautions of setting f value to 8. The f-number aperture value affects the brightness and in-focus range depth of field of a photograph. When photographing night scenes, setting the f-number to around 8 makes it easier to focus on the entire subject, from the foreground to the background, allowing you to depict cityscapes and buildings clearly. Here are some advantages of an f-stop of 8. First, it has a deep depth of field and produces an overall sharp image. It's easy to focus on everything, from the street lights in the foreground to the buildings in the background. Second, it's the f-stop range where the lens's resolution is most stable. Most lenses produce the clearest images at around f5.6 to f8. Here are some points to keep in mind and some adjustments you can make. First, scenes with low light levels tend to be dark. You can address this by increasing the shutter speed or raising the ISO sensitivity. Second, raising the f-stop too much can cause diffraction. We recommend checking the image quality beforehand. If you increase the f-stop beyond f11, tap the f-stop screen. Set f-value to 8. Adjust shutter speed. Benefits and precautions of using slower shutter speeds. For example, if you set the shutter speed to 8 seconds, the shutter will remain open for 8 seconds and the camera will record the light that comes in. Set this when you want to take beautiful pictures of night scenes, starry skies, light trails, etc. Tap the shutter speed screen. Turn the front ring. Set the shutter speed to 8 seconds. When shooting night scenes, start with ISO 400. ISO sensitivity is a setting that indicates the sensitivity to brightness of the camera when capturing light. The higher the value, the brighter the photo you can take even in dark places, but the more likely it is that noise graininess will occur. For night scenes, a tripod is often used and a longer shutter speed can be used, meaning sufficient brightness can be ensured even with a lower ISO, so we recommend setting the ISO at around 400 as a starting point. For night photography, we recommend setting the ISO sensitivity to 400 and then adjusting it according to the scene. If it's dark, increase the ISO sensitivity, and if it's bright, decrease the ISO sensitivity. By balancing the brightness while minimizing noise, you can capture sharper and more beautiful night scenes. Tap on the ISO screen. Set to ISO 400. How to use manual focus and tips for shooting night scenes. Manual focus MF is a focusing method in which you adjust the focus by hand. Its major advantage is that you can focus on the desired location even in dark places or with detailed composition where autofocus is difficult. Reasons why MF is effective for night photography. AF is prone to confusion in dark places. MF allows you to focus reliably. You can accurately focus on small points of light such as stars and street lights. Press left on the directional pad to turn the manual ring. How to focus in magnified view. When manually focusing, the screen may be small and it may be hard to check if the focus is correct. In such cases, the Enlarge Display function is useful. Tap the magnifying glass icon to zoom in and scroll through the screen to move around. Use the self-timer to take a photo. If you can't use a smartphone, use your camera's self-timer function. This will prevent blurring by avoiding the vibration that occurs after pressing the shutter button. We recommend setting the timer to 2 to 10 seconds. Select Q Drive Mode, select Self-Timer. Summary. Night scene photography is all about settings plus stability plus careful operation. By taking your time and making small adjustments, anyone can take a fantastic photo. Please use the information in this article as a reference and try capturing your own beautiful night scene. We also publish camera settings for different scenes, so please subscribe to our channel. See you next time.